Hi, we're now going to look into how we can use De Moivre's theorem to solve or prove trigonometric identities. Okay, we are given this identity over here, cos 3 theta equals to 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. Now, how do we go about doing this? Okay, now let's apply De Moivre's theorem first to see what we can observe. So in order for me to get cos 3 theta here, we know that the power n must be 3. Okay, so just to quickly recap, what is De Moivre's theorem? Okay, what is De Moivre's theorem? When you have z to the power of n, okay, and z is a complex number which is r cosine theta plus j sine theta, the whole thing to the power of n. What De Moivre's theorem says is this is equivalent to r to the power of n into cosine n theta plus j sine n theta. Okay, so from this observation we can see that the n in this case is 3. Okay, so n is equals to 3. So we can now write cosine theta plus I sine theta to the power of 3 will be equals to cos 3 theta plus I sine 3 theta. Okay, now so this is the application of the De Moivre's theorem. Now what we're going to do now is to just see how this would expand if I were to just do it in the algebraic fashion. Okay, so to make our analysis a bit easier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that cos theta can be represented with x and I sine theta can be represented with y. Okay, so that is how we're going to proceed now. So this is equivalent to writing x plus y cube, and that is equals to x plus y multiply into x plus y into x plus y. Okay, so let's keep the first bracket and expand the second and third bracket using the expansion, the normal expansion approach. So what you will get over here is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. Okay, and then we can expand one more time over here. So x into x cube, as x into x squared, you get x cube plus x into 2xy, you get 2x squared y plus x into y squared is xy squared. Okay, then from the y, what you get is yx squared, y into 2xy is plus 2xy squared, and y into y squared is plus y cube. Okay, and then you can group the similar terms together. So here x cube you only have one term. Okay, x square y and x square y you have 2 here and 1 here, so this can be grouped together to get 3x square y. Xy square and xy square, again you have 2 of them, you can group them together to get 3xy square, and finally you have y cube. Okay, now taking this and now substituting it back in the into the actual x and y representation, what you will get is cosine theta plus I sine theta cube. Okay, cube is equals to, so x is cos theta, so this is cosine cube theta plus 3x square y, so 3x is cosine, so cosine square theta dot I sine theta, okay, plus 3xy square. 3x is cosine theta and y is I sine theta, so I square sine square theta plus y cube, so it's I cube sine cube theta. Okay, now what we can do is we can further see that I square is equals to minus 1. Okay, so just quickly recap over here. I is actually square root of minus 1, so I square is equals to minus 1. Okay, and I cube is equals to minus 1 is I square times I, which is minus square root of minus 1, which is equals to minus I. Okay, so let's use this information to replace the I square and I cube that we see here. So I have cosine cube theta plus, so the I I'm going to put in front here, I 3 cos square theta sine theta. I square, as we just saw, is minus 1, so minus 3 cos theta sine square theta, and I cube we just saw is equivalent to minus I, so minus I sine cube theta. Okay, so from this you can observe that this term and this term don't have the I, so these are the real parts. Okay, and this term over here and this term over here both have the I term, so these are the imaginary parts. Okay, so let's go ahead to group the real and imaginary together. So what I'm going to have is cosine cube theta minus 3 cos theta sine square theta. So this is the real part over here. Okay, and then the imaginary. So the imaginary consists of plus I. So I'm going to put all the imaginary terms inside here. 3 cosine square theta sine theta minus sine cube theta. Okay, and this whole part here is the imaginary part. So this is the real part and this is the imaginary part. Okay, now let's go back here and look at the question. So the question asks us to prove that cos 3 theta is equal to 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. And as we can see, this term on the right hand side, 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta, is actually all real terms. They are all real terms here. So all I need to do is to compare the real and real together. That means cos 3 theta is equals to cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta sine square theta. Okay, so I don't need to worry about the imaginary part at this time because we are comparing the real part, since the question only asks to focus on the real part, or the trigo functions given in the question are all real parts. Okay, now let's see what we can do here. So the expression we want to proof only has cos terms, but here we also have a sine term over here. So this is where we need to remember another trigonometric identity, which says that sine square theta plus cosine square theta is equals to 1. So this is one of our known trigo identities. That means sine square theta is equals to 1 minus cosine square theta. So over here, what we can write next is cosine cube theta minus 3 cos theta, and sine square theta will be replaced as 1 minus cosine square theta. Okay, and we can proceed with that expansion there. So I get minus 3 cos theta plus 3 cos cube theta, and finally I have cos cube and 3 cos cube, so I got 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta, and this is equals to cosine 3 theta. Okay, and that is basically the identity that we were asked to prove. Okay, so as you can see, we have already done it, and I have shown you in this video how we can use the Moivre's theorem to actually go about doing it. Okay, so just to quickly recap, the first step is to look and understand what is n, and once we know what is n, okay, we know that the expansion of this term here, okay, will give us this. Okay, so we can then take the De Moivre's theorem expansion result here and compare it with the actual result over here. So they are both the same. Okay, so since they are both the same, we can say that cos 3 theta, which is the real part, is actually equals to the real part over here, and this term sine 3 theta is actually equals to this imaginary part over here. Okay, so that is the reason why we have actually compared the real part over here, which is cos 3 theta, with the real part obtained after we do the full expansion. Alright, and with that comparison, we can then go ahead to simplify it and get the final expression here, which matches the original expression that we are asked to prove in the question. Okay, so I hope this video has given you a good idea how to use De Moivre's theorem to solve or prove trigonometric equations. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.